Hello and welcome to Swan Mead News. Today on the news we have some slightly different things to talk to you about. The first thing I want to talk to you about is 3 job vacancies that have risen up within the media team. And if you're interested in any of these roles, please talk to Paul Edwards. The first role is a creator of graphic images. Now, we use graphic images within the church essentially to illustrate ideas and concepts. And essentially what we're talking about today is those images that we use around our preaching themes. You will know that our current preaching theme is together, and we have got those 2 ropes tied together to illustrate that. And it's similar things to that is what we are talking about. So the person involved, person we would appoint, doesn't need to be a trained graphic designer as such, but you've got to have a good eye for images. You've got to understand and be able to take the concept of words and trying to illustrate them in such a way that it helps people to understand what it is we are talking about and preaching about. At the moment, we are doing that by finding royalty-free images on the internet, combining them together, some words, and putting them together in an image that has an impact and has a message. Now, if you're the person that wants to do this, training will be provided, and the person that is doing the role at the moment will also be able to work alongside you for a while, because essentially that person's done a really good job, but has got too many jobs within church and needs to release some extra time. So that is our first role. The second is a video operator. When we go back to church, as in full-time, everybody at church as of June the 27th, one thing that we will be continuing to do is to continuing to put our service out on the internet and YouTube. We will be live streaming our service, and this has had a big impact upon the media team. They need extra people to help cope and to provide the services that we need to do that. We've recently invested a large amount of money, nearly £5,000, into equipment so that make sure that we can do this part of our ministry as well as possible. We want to be able to send out images, sound of the best quality. We don't want people sitting there thinking, I like what they're saying, but it's hard to understand, or the image isn't getting. We don't want the technology to get in the way of the message. We want the technology to enhance the message. And if you want to be a part of that, we've got roles within for people to operate the cameras. The cameras will still be mounted on the wall, operated remotely by a computer. So you'll be sitting at a desk. So we need people to do that and people to start the live stream. If you think, yes, I could do that and I'd like to do that, talk to Paul. And the third role that is available within the media team is more of a role that we know, a traditional role that's already been continuing on. And that's helping with both the PA and with putting the words up on the screens. If you would like to be a part of that, and these things are all done on a rota, so the more people that come in, the more we can shed the load, the more we spread the load. That would be really, really good. So again, if you're interested in that, talk to Paul, and that would be absolutely great. The last thing I want to talk to you about today, again, is a new thing and a new change. I'm really quite excited about this. You will know that we conducted a survey of the people within the church as to what time they would like our service to be when we go back to church again on June the 27th. And the results of that survey have overwhelmingly 75% have voted in favour of an 11 o'clock service. Now, I know this is not ideal for everybody, but I think it's quite exciting. And 75% of people voting for an 11 o'clock service means that 75% of people have been coming along at 4:30, but thinking I'd really rather be here at 11. And they've stuck with us and maintained and given and donated and helped the church grow for all these years. But we make a change. And I do believe that an 11 o'clock service will help the church grow. I'm really excited is when we go back to church in June, we'll be able to make some changes and bring church into. It will be a time of change. It'll be a time of growth. It'll be an exciting new time. And obviously, we're going to have church online. That will always be there. And we really pray that if it's 4:30 is better for you, either you'll be able to come along at 11 o'clock or you'll be able to watch us online. But I really think that the 11 o'clock service will help SwanMead grow. And of course, that is we're all about growing the kingdom for the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking part. And again, if you're interested in any of those roles, please talk to Paul Edwards as soon as possible. God bless you.